It's week 1 of the National Football League, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Cards and the Commanders, and it comes your way next.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Well, CD, new season is here. Lions and Chiefs got it going on Thursday night. You and I were there. What a scene that was. But now here we are a few days later on Sunday, looking at two teams with great expectations here to begin 2023.
It's always fun to get a new season started, isn't it, partner? Because everyone feels like they've got a shot at the defending champs. They think that they can be the new champs. And here we are getting things going. Let's have some fun.
A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. The Commanders set to go to work on offense, and they've handed the controls to this man in his second NFL season, former Tar Heel Sam Howell.
Howell got the nod from Commanders leadership to be the team's starter this year. A nice bump for last year's 5th-round pick. One start as a rookie and didn't look bad at all, winning the team's finale. And let's not forget, this is a guy who was once viewed as a first-round pick, so there's plenty of promise hidden beneath the surface.
To throw right away is Howell. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down. They work now on 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
And Howell will throw it. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
Tackled that time by Myjai Sanders. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 9. Here's Howell. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. These two teams, Charles, Arizona and Washington, 2023 a new beginning for both. Of course, for the Cardinals, a new coach, Jonathan Gannon, coming over from Philadelphia, where he was a defensive coordinator on their run to the NFC title, and then new ownership here in Washington.
And that gives each franchise a chance to start fresh, to turn the page. And I'm looking at Washington. They could be sneaky good. Despite the fact they didn't make the playoffs last year and the other 3 teams in their division did, Washington finished 500 at 8-1. They could make a jump.
The Cardinals offense set to take over for the first time, and they are piloted by their 5th-year quarterback, 2-time Pro Bowler as well, Kyler Murray.
He and Arizona came together on a hefty contract extension before last season, but injuries, well, they caused everyone to take a step backwards last year. But when healthy, Kyler Murray, still a big play waiting to happen on every snap.
Now the veteran workhorse, here's James Conner. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Here's Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's brought down. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
On first and 10 is Connor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first-down gains. Second down, Murray sets to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make it very quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Now Murray. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on them, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Powell. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, you're on target. This is a game that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Now Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Now a 2nd and 10. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And a short gain here, down to the 22. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They'll go play action. Howell. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Powell. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown, Washington. De'Ami Brown, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Commanders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be our first chance in the new season to see the new fair catch rule for 2023. And this will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all. All right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0, like Jim Otto used to wear, or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
Faking the handoff. Howell. He gets it to Thomas. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Carlos Watkins breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. This will be caught by Brown. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Joey Sly on for the Commanders field goal. A 44-yard.
Sly able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 4th and 1. They wind up taking the 3. I'm not sure that offensive unit, judging by the sideline, Charles, was in 100% agreement with the decision.
No, not at all. But the head coach has final call on this. We know that. But let's face it, offenses want to feel like, hey, you believe in us, let us go for it. We'll see if that bears a problem for them moving forward in this game.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He'll start the drive with a give to Connor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17. Murray going to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 44 yards. And the Cardinals are back within a score. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
So with a missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And oh, deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Second down throw for Howell. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Washington, first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And once more, Howell back to the air. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Isaiah Simmons there defensively.
Out of the gun, it's Howell. Short throw here to the tight end Bates. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report.
We just watched a fine first half from quarterback Sam Howell. He connected on a touchdown pass in that first half, and that's a big part of why his guys lead at the break. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here. DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 76 yards. And the Cardinals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with it. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. First possession of the second half now for Washington. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Now Howell, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And the defense, they get to Howell. Will go down here. Getting in there and finishing the play off was Myjai Sanders. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Dortch on the return. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
To throw, it's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll be out right at the 35. A very good return that time. 18 yards.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. This one left side caught by Gibson.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Robinson up the middle.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
He'll buy some time right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's good for Washington.
Now throwing on 1st down here.
Open man is Samuel, complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 23-yard line.
Throwing here, Howell.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. You know, projections for him were a little all over the board. Some saw him as a day 3 pick, maybe a little bit higher, but here he is, round 3.
I do know teams that had him listed as a 1st-round talent. I also had teams that had him listed as a day 3 guy, which is rounds 4 through 7. So him going in the 3rd round kind of fit in the middle. I think he's going to have a chip on his shoulder wanting to prove that he should have been taken higher.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Try to power it in with Arma. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half, and that trend is continuing here.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Now he'll look to throw it.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Unsuccessful pass on third down, but at least you got 3 points here in your hip pocket.
Yeah, and I would take it from my hip pocket and put it right on the shoe of my kicker and go get those 3 points. This isn't even a discussion to me. This is a chance to take the lead after a good drive. Do it.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Shotgun now from Murray.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Arizona. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
To start it out, Robinson.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Now a 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Howell.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cards are right back in this football game.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over.
A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Again, it's Connor. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big pickup of 38.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Connor will take this one in. It's a Cardinal touchdown. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray escaping the pressure right. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5.
As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins.
So here we go now with Howell and the Commanders. Down by 5, 2:25 remaining.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Howell looking to throw again.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Howell now to throw it. Pass complete, Samuel. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5. Here's Howell. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Howell to throw.
This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Patterson on the draw play. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Howell's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. He'll look to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He's back to throw.
Coming across the field, he finds Dotson.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And they introduced just one downside to the mix. Might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch taken. No time will come off the clock. And they will begin this critical drive at the 25-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Now Murray. That pass completed to Dortch. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Murray to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's taking a big risk at this late stage. They're not thinking field goal, though. They wanted to leave no doubt on that one. So they took the shot at the end zone, but it winds up incomplete.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Back to throw, Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And this is caught inside the 5. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Here we go, 1st and goal. They'll run here with Connor. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And here comes Danny Johnson now from his end zone. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Howell with one final shot. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1. And one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.